For generations, Glasgow has been a crossroads for the Highlander, and today all roads from the north lead here to Old Anniesland for the showpiece event in the Shinty calendar, the Camanachd Cup final. Hello and welcome to what promises to be a superb sporting occasion, Kingussie versus Fort William in a rerun of last year's final. It was Kingussie, of course, who won the day last year, but Fort William believe they've got what it takes to take this trophy back with them to Lochaber tonight. Over the last couple of days, I've been having a look at how both teams have been preparing for this all-important event. When Kingussie collected the Camanachd Cup in Inverness last year, there was an atmosphere of gloom and disappointment in the Fort William camp. Not because they'd been beaten by the best Shinty team in Scotland, but because their own performance in the final hadn't matched up to their league form during the season. Since then, the men who train in the shadow of Ben Nevis have been working to avenge that defeat. Maybe last year the Fort didn't honestly believe in themselves. Now they say they do. It helps, of course, when you have someone like full centre Ali Clark, just voted Shinty's Player of the Year. He says Fort William's tough training regime has enhanced ball play skills and boosted everyone's fitness. And he's quick to scotch the belief that most Shinty training happens in the pub rather than on the park.
Nonsense, it's a myth. After the game, yeah, the crack with both teams after the game is fantastic, but no, during the week, Friday nights, honestly, when I was writing up about 17, 4th division and that, we went out into town, but not now. Now you're in bed by 10 o'clock.
By day, Fort William manager John McCaskill is a supervisor with a salmon farming company. Fish farming's done much to maintain jobs in the Highlands and keep potential Shinty players in the area. But after working hours, he lives Shinty and demands no less commitment from his squad. And he's been delighted to see the emergence of talents like those of this man.
Lovely play by Victor Smith, wasn't that delightful? What a bit of skill that was. Tremendous. I mean, it's worth paying your interest money to see that alone.
Keeping up that standard, though, needs a real investment of personal effort.
All your spare time, practice with the ball, we runs here, a couple of sprints every night, just to keep yourself in trim, I would say. It's full time, but it's still fun as well. I think everybody still enjoys the game, but I'd say it's a professional game, but you don't get paid, that's what I would say.
With coaching from fitness expert Graham McMillan, also regarded by many as the best goalkeeper in Shinty, Fort William have worked wonders since their elevation from the 2nd division only a few years ago. And with new young talent coming through, it clearly means a healthy future for the Lochaber side.
Definitely, I was playing this in the Primary 3, Primary 4, and it's definitely from a young age. You've got to start with incomers. When they come in, when they're 13 or 14, they just can't get to grips with the game at all. You've got to start very young.
So you're what, 21 years of age now?
Yep, that's right.
So how many more years of Shinty do you reckon you have before you have to hang up the cap in?
Well, there'll be a few yet, I think, I'd hope anyway.
And a few honours under your belt before then?
Well, definitely, especially this year, I think. Yes, I'd like to see us win it.
They breed Shinty players young in Badenoch too, of course. Learning to wield a cut-down caman is as much a part of growing up as walking and talking for the kids of Kingussie. And in fact, it's been Kingussie who've introduced a more professional approach to training and fitness over the last 10 years or more, spurred on by a series of defeats by great rivals, neighbours Newton Moor.
Donny Granty and Rossi train you from very young at today's age and standard. It's very hard training every week, week in, week out, every week of the year. Kingussie's got plenty of commitment, and I mean, you play every Saturday, train twice a week, and so you are very committed to it. That's what makes a team, is a commitment.
And as well as Shinty and holding down full-time jobs, several of the Kingussie club have another duty, almost as vital as playing for the team, as part-time firemen for the area. The commitment to the team, the gruelling training sessions and the will to win are, like membership of the retained fire service, all part of a sense of local pride. And the players know that the villagers of Kingussie will repay them with gratitude for all their efforts if they lift that Camanachd Cup today.
Last year when we won the Scottish Cup, we were greeted by hundreds and hundreds of people at the cross when we came home, and previous years to that has been the same, and no doubt if we win this year it'll be the same again.
And having won the National League trophy a fortnight ago, Kingussie are confident of completing their Grand Slam of senior trophies for this season.
We've been lucky up so far. We've had quite a run of games, you know, and that helps to keep our form. But Fort William haven't had so many competitive matches since they reached the final. But I fully expect Fort William to give us a very hard time of it at Anniesland. Certainly will, yes. They're a hard-working team and we'll have to pull out all the stops to win.
So any predictions about the result?
Well, I'd just like to say I think that we were one step away from a very effective Grand Slam, and if we could do that, well, that'd be very good.
Kingussie, don't like to give Kingussie anything, but Kingussie have set a standard in Shinty, and I don't mind admitting it. And other teams have got to reach up to that standard. And I believe that Fort William are doing that just now. I believe that if any team in Shinty are going to beat Kingussie, it's going to be Fort William.
This is a Shinty Caman for those of you who might not have seen one up close before. It's for protecting yourself as well as for knocking the ball into the back of that goal net. And both these teams, Kingussie and Fort William, are pretty good at doing that. So let's see how they got to this final today. Plenty of goals for both sides, Fort William triumphing over Caberfay and Strathglass and overcoming Glen Urquhart in the semi-final. The advantage of 3 home ties there. And Kingussie cruising through games with Ballachulish and Oban and having perhaps a slightly tougher time against Kyles. So all set for the 1992 final of the Camanachd Cup. Joining us with expert analysis is the Scottish Sports Council's Coach of the Year, Donny Grant, a former manager of Kingussie. Your match commentator is Ian Anderson.
Kingussie, the holders, field a settled and composed side in this quest for Shinty's Holy Grail, with 4 Borthwicks scattered liberally throughout the team, and the youngest, Ali, lethal in front of goal as his 4 strikes against Cowes Athletic so recently proved. Neil Reid returns to the heart of the side, which is captained by their full forward Angus McIsaac, nicknamed the Kaiser, and full of pace and energy up front. He would dearly love to lift the Camanachd Cup today. Fort William are back in a second consecutive Camanachd Cup final. They play at full strength in their familiar yellow tops and provide a fine balance of strength and skill. Ali Clark is Player of the Year and plays ironically against his cousin, Michael Clark, while the high-scoring Deek Cameron will be hoping to be on target today. He complements the silky skills of Victor Smith, but perhaps the biggest responsibility rests on the captain's shoulders. Big Drew McNeil from Roy Bridge has pace, skill and strength. And if he makes his presence felt in midfield, then Fort William might well frustrate Kingussie. The referee is Jimmy Kerr of Inverera, former player with Strathclyde. This is his first Camanachd Cup final. And so the 85th final about to get underway, and Kingussie looking for their first Grand Slam, 5 major titles, 4 already accounted for, and immediately there's a surge. And that's an incredible opening for Deek Cameron. That is the most sensational opening. What a build-up. We thought we were early the last time, but have a look at this goal from Deek Cameron. It was put through quite beautifully on the diagonal push. Deek Cameron tearing in, got a bad angle. Andrew Borthwick coming out. He's spot on target. It's 1-0 to Fort William.
Yes, well done Fort William, a great start. Ali Clark took the ball off the throw up at the centre. Victor Smith moved it through between the defenders and Deek Cameron ran onto it and just slipped it past Borthwick. A great start for Fort William.
Fort William, having booked the win, have taken immediate advantage of it. That's a sensational opening. Dave Anderson immediately down here at the other end, doing things with Ashley Cameron, trying to work it back. And that has been knocked past. There's David Anderson, taking a little bit of a blow there, but he's fine. He's a hardy little fellow. And Ashley Cameron, the Fort William banker, whom you'll be seeing a lot of in this particular chore, hitting out, taking the win on this huge Old Anniesland pitch. And I don't think there's any doubt, as Ali Clark tries in vain to keep it in play, that Fort William are going to go at Kingussie. They have the wind, they're going to throw everything forward. We can already see just and feel the buzz, the atmosphere and the support that's here. There's a big Fort William support.
Yes, indeed, they're out in numbers, a big support for both teams, in fact, and I think a lot of neutral supporters from the city of Glasgow as well, which is good to see.
Willie McDonald bravely took that down, but Jimmy Kerr wants a free hit. And Michael Clark will come up to take this. Ali Borthwick, no helmet today. You see, the boys already have acknowledged that the heat on this beautiful summer's afternoon is too considerable for the helmets. So we shan't see any of the Red Devil stuff this afternoon, which is a relief to the commentators. And Michael Clark, that's driven through. The intervention there is by Cameron. And that, yes. Well, there's Drew McNeil. He's saying, well, that was all right. That was fair and square, but it wasn't.
No, just a little nudge in the back there. Ali Dallas was getting into the ball first, and just a little nudge, and the referee was on the spot.
So Ali Dallas, after this sensational opening, Kingussie trail 1-0, and Ali Dallas pushing it through, but finding Drew McNeil immediately. Sutherland is beaten there by David Borthwick. And there's a lot of support as Ali Clark pushes through. There's the goal scorer over there on the far side, Deek Cameron. He's got a lot of space in which to move on this huge pitch. Michael Fain trying to rescue things from Victor Smith. Well, Victor Smith had a long blasting goal, and that was a long pass. Victor Smith picked this stray ball up. He hit it. What a whack he hit it. Look at bending and covering, and look at the save from Andrew Borthwick.
Tremendous shot from Victor Smith, wind assisted, but Borthwick was right behind it. A great save.
So there's a shot there. Well, that was close. It was Sutherland. It was pretty close.
Yes, a tremendous save again from Andrew Borthwick. He's really keeping his team in the game at the moment. A couple of tremendous saves.
Well, you see how this ball came across. Look for number 10, Sutherland. It sits up for him. He has a blast. Watch Andrew Borthwick. There's the save. Willie McDonald knocking it in. Still Fort William pressing. And Kingussie certainly living dangerously. We've seen very little of their attack. Ali Clark doing a lot of powerful running. That's his cousin Michael Clark for Kingussie in the stripes. Lovely bit of running from Michael Clark. He's hounded by Willie McDonald. Oh, McDonald does well, doesn't he? There's Ali Clark. A lot of support for Fort William. Deek Cameron's up there. He wants the ball back from Sutherland, but there's a long shot that's gone past. Sutherland acknowledges, yeah, that was a bit ambitious, sorry. He could have done a little bit better and may have used it a bit more profitably. Beautiful afternoon here, hot and sunny. You can see everybody shielding their eyes from the sun. Great enthusiasm here at Old Anniesland. 11 minutes gone, it's 1-0 to Fort William. Dallas Young just loitering in support there of Ali Borthwick. There's a lot of physical play going on. Jimmy Kerr's whistle goes. And he's just talking to David Anderson there, and Ashley Cameron will get the hit out. That's Angus McIsaac. Victor Smith, for once, not making himself master of the ball. David Thompson saying, I'll take it if you like. David Thompson is well struck. Drew McNeil doesn't quite connect. Michael Clark does. Yeah, Sonny Roger had the sun in his eyes that time. Sutherland looking for Smith or Cameron. Deek Cameron lives dangerously with his head. And he gets another chance. Deek Cameron running in and goal here and shoots. Oh no, he had a chance there. A little smile from Deek Cameron, but he had a real chance to make it number 2. It was put through, just diverted there after coming from Sutherland. There's the angle. He trailed it on. He looked to get his position right and shot, but high and wide.
Yes, good work from Ronnie McLeod there. He battled through 2 tackles and slipped the ball beautifully for Cameron running through, but he'll be disappointed by the shot. Could have been a goal.
Ali Borthwick trying to find Angus McIsaac. That's a beautiful ball. It's put in, and Ashley Cameron does well. So does Willie McDonald with a lovely slate of hand and foot there. On the other hand, Borthwick did well too. Oh, there's some lovely play happening just now in these glorious conditions. Ali Borthwick uncompromisingly bundled by Adam Robertson. There's Ali Borthwick, 4 goals against Scouse a couple of weeks ago. Michael Clark. Sonny Roger in the thick of that, trying to control it. His help from Asti Cameron. But I think maybe the ball had gone out. That would be a corner. So Angus McIsaac, the full forward, but as Donny was remarking, not playing in that position, taking the corner. Cameron's the big strong fellow, but David Anderson, was he brought down? What's the referee going to say about that one? He was put down pretty hard there. We're not sure what happened. That's Neil Sutherland who hit him. David Anderson came burrowing in, as is his wont. Look at that one. Well, there's no doubt that was illegal.
No question, no. It was a rather desperate tackle from Ian Roger, but he gets away with a ticking.
This is Dallas Young. Referee wants it taken again, I think. Well, it's gone through and it's dangerous. Graham McMillan has to scramble that clear. There was a loud blast and a whistle that people thought the game had stopped, but it hadn't. Well, that's hit for Michael Clark. It wasn't a good clearance. That's driven through for Ali Borthwick. He's got support from Dallas Young. He's desperate to get it over. Robertson trying to clear.
Free hit given to Kingussie, a body check by Adam Robertson there.
This is Dallas Young, who's come into rather good form in the last few weeks, wearing the headband. 15 minutes played, 1-0 to Fort William. Kingussie getting back into the game. That sneaked through for Ali Borthwick. It's gone whistling past, and that was dangerous. And just indications that maybe Kingussie are beginning to get their act together.
It's the first time they've been able to hold the ball up at this end of the field for a while, and they've tested Graham McMillan with 1 ground shot, but so far no more shots on target.
Dallas Young, it was, who hit the free hit. It was Ali Dallas, knocked it across, and it was dash close. Superbly struck upfield. Victor Smith and Davy Thompson contesting that one. That ball travelled about 100 yards. Fort William, remember, have the benefit of not a strong win, but maybe a significant one. And it's Willie McDonald, your number 8 there. Fine hairstyle he's sporting this afternoon, especially for the Camanachd Cup final. That struck in well, Deek Cameron running in for it. And Victor Smith with the diagonal at which he excels. Now, you've seen Victor Smith score goals off that angle frequently. He's the most delightful striker of a ball, but he wasn't pleased with that one. So Andrew Borthwick hitting into the breeze. Drew McNeil is beaten, but Deek Cameron's back there. Ali Dallas. David Anderson can't control. Lost Cameron from Sonny Roger, but that was going to run out. There's Ali Borthwick, just, yes, he took a little rap in the fingers. You can see his ears. He said, cut ears, Don?
No, it's just covering the earrings, I think.
So Asti Cameron being exhorted by all who support the yellow favours today. Fort William in the yellow, Kingussie in their familiar blue and red tops, and Fort William on the attack. As Michael Thane going back from McLeod. Like Michael Thane had to concede the corner there. He's a big, powerful fellow. Started his career in goal, but now one of the most commanding fullbacks in Shinty. So Willie McDonald's going to take this corner. Short. Thane in there, and McLeod. That's hearty stuff, is it not? Michael Thane and Ronnie McLeod having a goal there.
Yeah, a couple of big boys, and they're not holding anything back.
It's well struck, Willie McDonald, and Michael Clark takes it down well. Dave Anderson's fallen back. Adam Robertson, it's very close. It's very unusual to see such a group of players in close like that. Deek Cameron trying to make space. And Sutherland. The wall pass for Deek Cameron, that's hit in long. Borthwick does the clearing and does it well. David Anderson, he beats Sonny Roger. He's looking for Dallas Young, who tried the little reverse hit, but Neil Sutherland does well. It's frantic stuff, I tell you. It's end to end, and they're all going. Neil Reid will hit this diagonally, and does. Look at that long ball. Floating in, it's dangerous. Graham McMillan weeks it out. Graham McMillan is a splendid keeper. Had to look lively here. We'll see exactly what happened when that big one from Neil Reid came in. It was hit diagonally, and Graham McMillan had to come out. And a Caman went flying, unfortunately, was Fort Williams.
Corner at the other end, now at the other side of the field. Clearance from Ian Roger.
Look at the turn by Anderson. He's trying to get a position to shoot. He's being chased by Sonny Roger illegally. Kingussie want to get on with it. It's picked down there by McNeil, and McMillan has to come out. Well, we thought it was going to be a lively game, and it is.
It certainly is. You know, both teams are playing full out here, and a good, skillful shinty from both teams.
Neil Reid does well. Sonny Roger just drops his back. Dallas looking for McIsaac, but that's gone out. So McNeil cracks that one all right. Interceptions by David Borthwick, that was lovely. The turn there for Ali Borthwick, and Dallas Young running in. And now Ali Borthwick again, and that's just past, and that was a fine piece of play by Kingussie. There's the one-touch stuff for which they're noted and famed, and Ali Borthwick looked awfully dangerous there. He it was who started it. Dallas Young returned it, and as he bore in and goal, he just had a tremendous whack, and he was not far away. Neil Reid. Third time lucky. That's the ricochet. Michael Clark will pick it up. Willie McDonald's in at him. Yeah, well, the boys are having a go. That was Ali Clark again, and this is Ronnie McLeod. He's got trailed Michael Thane away out, leaving things exposed at the back, but it's been well cleared by the Borthwick brothers between them. David Anderson has the support of Ali Borthwick, but he'll run. David Anderson in full flight, trailing that one down the left. Adam Robertson trying to get across. Well, Adam Robertson took David Anderson, who's not at all pleased. That was a dangerous tackle. Robertson aiming for the ball, but took Anderson's legs. So McIsaac, the flick in, Anderson trying to turn it. He does. Can he get through? It's well cleared by S.D. Cameron. This is Sutherland. He's got all the space in the world. That's a good bit of play by Sutherland. Michael Clark chasing him. This is good running. What a thrust from Sutherland. He's still carrying that ball. Just watch him as he lost. Clark chased him all the way there. Willie McDonald will hit this in. Big ball. That's gone through there for Luke Victor Smith on the turn. And Ronnie McLeod. Well, it's amazing just how from one moment Adam Robertson threatening down in defence, and at the next Fort William in attack. Willie McDonald. Crowd really quite excited. That's been blasted past. Well, it's hot enough, about 72 degrees here at Old Anniesland. It's even hotter down there. Hot work. A bit of singeing, I can smell it. Borthwick it is, Stephen. Ali Clark. Sutherland with the deflection. All to play for David Thompson it was. That's a good strikeout. Borthwick and Adam Robertson. That's off the Neil Reid knees. Ali Borthwick, it leaves it involuntarily for Neil Reid. That was well cut out, but Angus McIsaac still gets the break. He's hit it from quite a long way out. Corner. And that has gone for the corner, Angus McIsaac. He had the chance here to have a long strike at goal, which he took, and he got a deflection, and that is why we've got a corner. Corner driven in, a chance for Borthwick, and Graham McMillan shouting at his defenders there. Borthwick and Dave Anderson went hurtling in on goal there.
Yes, it was just a good corner came over, the break of the ball came, half chance to Ali Bothwick, but a good tackle just put him off the getting the direct shot on target.
One of the most interesting things about the game is the intense physicality at which it's being played. There is a challenge, there is a mark. These boys are hyped up. David Bothwick with the high ball. In goes Ali Bothwick. There's a challenge from Sonny Roger. What's the referee going to say about that? No, he's not interested. We'll have a look exactly what happened.
Yeah, I think he had a good case for a penalty there.
There was every indication that this was a foul. Yes, Bothwick taken down. I wonder if the referee thought that it was a bit of overacting. Old Anniesland, the west end of Glasgow, which has seen many famous players, most of them with the oval ball. If you think of some of the Highland players who've been here with the oval ball, think of J.M. Bannerman and Angus Cameron and such like. Excellent. David Bothwick into empty space, soon filled by Ali Dallas. That was a nice touch, wasn't it? Neil Reid. David Anderson trying to bore in. Still a chance here, it's still on. Is that a foul? It's still a desperate cracking of bodies and shambles going on there. Now it's David Anderson, he's over the top.
Good chance for Kingussie.
Well, there were so many bodies, and David Anderson so close down. The melee in which Dallas Young was at the heart there, couldn't work it clear. Neil Sutherland trying to frustrate and decoy. David Anderson eventually got the chance. There's the shot. Drew McNeil was beaten by that little touch from Ali Bothwick to Ali Dallas to Dallas Young, brought down on the chest. That was delightful. Sonny Roger. And Ali Bothwick boring in. Can he control it? Well, the defence is desperate, but so far it's worked. Oh, it's desperate stuff from Adam Robertson, the melee again. And there are bodies going to wherever the ball is, Donny.
Yeah, a bit desperate defence from Fort William, but I think he just fell down, lay on the ball there to prevent Kingussie getting the break of it.
So it was Ali Bothwick who couldn't quite control it. Ashley Cameron both went down. Then Angus McIsaac was in there, and just look at this. Where's the ball? Well, can we get a clean look at things now? We've got 3 minutes left to play this half. It's still 1-0, and Dallas Young running, trying to scramble it about, work it back. Graham McMillan has to dig it out. Well, it's frantic stuff.
I think it may have come off the post that time. Graham didn't seem to see it.
That came through eventually, and Dallas Young got the break of the ball. He got round the outside, eventually got a crack at it, and I think it hit the post and the boot. We're off and running. And ex-Sutherland, it's noticeable that we've not seen very much of the Fort William attack in the last 10 minutes. So Kingussie turning up the pressure. Drew McNeil doing very well there, but has he overrun it? Well, there are bodies going down in all directions.
Can you see Drew McNeil's in dangerous ground there?
Remember, Drew McNeil, the captain, has been cautioned. David Anderson. He hit it long for Dallas Young, maybe a bit too long. Still in control, that's been hit well across field, but only to Michael Clark. Oh, that's a good turn, he beats his cousin Ali. Nice turn. Oh, that's a great clearance. That's Drew McNeil, that's the captain's clearance. David Thompson goes back. Does well. And Stephen Bothwick. His brother David Bothwick. You're pretty much at liberty to see Bothwick most of the time in this game. It was almost wrapped round Dallas Young's ears. Neil Sutherland says, well, not really. So we're almost at half-time on this glorious June afternoon. The Camanachd Cup is up for grabs, and Fort William have taken a tentative step forward. They lead 1-0. David Anderson, good turning. But the marking is absolutely physical and determined. Sutherland with space. We saw him run the last time. He's turning away from David Borthwick. He's looking for support. He's still going. Michael Thane, and still Sutherland, and he will shoot, and he's past. But that was some effort.
Yeah, tremendous run again by Sutherland. Maybe just the final ball, he's not using it properly, but I mean he's causing big problems for the Kingussie defence with his strong running here. Perhaps he could have squared this ball across the goal. He's got past everybody, doesn't get it on target. Maybe a little ball across the goals would be more effective.
The whistle has gone for half-time, and Fort William on the attack. They lead crucially perhaps by 1-0 in this Glenmorangie Camanachd Cup final here at Old Anniesland.
Ian Ross, your heart must have sunk when that first goal went into your net.
Oh yes, I was very disappointed. It's such an early goal, and I think we're very lucky it's only 1-0. Fort William has had tremendous chances. They could be about 4 up by now. But we've come back into it fairly well, but we're not looking like scoring yet. But maybe with the wind in the second half, I think we'll do a lot better.
John, 1-0 up, but the match by no means over. Kingussie were certainly turning the screws on you towards the end of that half, weren't they?
Well, you expect a team of Kingussie's class just to do that. We've got to hold them. They've got the best forward line in the game, and we've got to hold them. And I think we've done that.
Now, the man in the deerstalker there, sitting with his family, is Murdo McLennan. He's 98 years old today. He was playing Shinty in Benbecula 90 years ago. He's just 1 year younger than the Camanachd Association itself. So the cannons are raised, and the second half is underway. The sunlit sward at Old Anniesland, and a fascinating second half in prospect. Fort William deservedly ahead, Donny?
Yes, I think so. Just they had some good chances. I think Kingussie owe a great debt to Andrew Borthwick. He had 2 superb saves to keep the ball out of the net. But Fort William played very well, very tight in defence, and that's been important for them. I don't see any time. I think Deek Cameron is maybe playing a bit deeper down in midfield, trying to pick up that ball, and as I say it, there he goes. He picks it up in his own half of the field.
So Drew McNeil. Remember, Fort William now without the benefit of the wind. That benefit advantage has gone the way of Kingussie. And as you heard, Ian Ross maybe looking to see something happen. Something may be happening, because here's Ali Borthwick trying to turn in. Whistle goes, and bodies have gone down. So Ali Borthwick it was who came in with the first chance, and that was clearly a foul. Adam Robertson, the guilty party. So Ali Borthwick himself will take this one. Little flick through, looking for David Anderson. Dallas Young. Good clearing play there from Neil Sutherland. Deek Cameron as David Borthwick falls. And Sutherland retrieves the situation quite well, doesn't he? Punches that away to the left for McLeod. Ronnie McLeod closed down by Michael Thane. Tries to turn him. Victor Smith in supporting role. That's come across, and that would have been a dangerous ball if Sutherland had been lying up a bit further. Really quiet a touch from Victor Smith, which is what we've come to expect. The afternoon is hot, and the pitch is big, and the last 15 minutes or so could be crucial in terms of fitness, Donny.
Yes, I think so, but both teams are at the peak of their fitness. I don't think it'll be a major problem to them.
Ali Dallas stylishly putting that through. It's well cleared. Drew McNeil trying to get into the position of advantage over Neil Reid. Struck upfield and down to Deek Cameron delightfully, and he's clouted that one. Looking for Ronnie McLeod. The McLeod-Thane challenges have been one of the features. Victor Smith lying handy again, and again that ball goes across. Andrew Borthwick has to clear again. And that's a beautiful touch, lent by Victor Smith. Willie McDonald. Deek Cameron's seen a lot of the opening minutes of this second half, and here he is trailing this ball in, trying to get into position to shoot. David Borthwick's interception, that's gone for the corner. And Fort William have made quite an interesting start against the wind.
Yes, indeed. As I said, they have pulled Deek Camanachd back, and he's winning the ball in the middle of the field. He had to go there, but they deflected pass for a corner.
Willie McDonald putting it across. Greg Sutherland, he tried to intervene there and just put it past. Sutherland's been running and driving forward. Willie McDonald put it across. Sutherland came in at the near post. There he is, and just passed. Dave Anderson goes through. It needs something of the inspirational David Anderson now, but Dallas Young making space for himself. That's knocked down by McMillan just as we speak. Dallas Young. Well, isn't it always the way? It's dangerous to talk in these terms, especially when you're talking about Kingussie. This is the chance that came the way of Dallas Young. He got his cam into it, was straight, and there's the save. And it's put away upfield and off Dallas Young again. Dallas Young with the corner. Trying to get things moving. That's long, looking for Anderson. Will it fall for him? Or Ali Borthwick? Or Angus McIsaac, who's hardly been in the game. It's McNeil that clears it, and this man, Sutherland, who likes to run and chase. The big empty space for Borthwick. There's the good stop by Clark. Ali Clark's got Sutherland. There he is, running onto it. Look at all the space he's got. And he's trying to find his man, and has. It's Deek Cameron. That's high and wide.
Yeah, well worked move by Fort William there. They opened up the Kingussie defence. They opened up the Kingussie defence lovely, and then Deek Cameron had a clear chance here from about 25 yards out, but he just raised it over the crossbar. But good opening up play by Fort William.
So the game is live and in action, and Dallas Young running to get a shot at it. And again, there's a tremendous tackle made, and the body goes down. And Neil Sutherland, I think it was. Yeah, the diagonal run from. Oh, well, that's beyond the call of duty. David Anderson with a little flick inside. Again, he's beaten. Again, there are bodies there. And defending in numbers, Fort William in their yellow jerseys. Nicely judged, David Thompson.
We have a report of
and Ali Borthwick resists one challenge and a second, gets it back in. Still a chance here for Dallas Young. The excitement is intense. Oh, Drew McNeil puts it upfield. Jimmy Gow's there. That's dangerous. Ronald Ross trying to turn. They've got a free hit, Kingussie with a free hit.
Yeah, good bit of pressure here again from Kingussie. Ali Borthwick did very well. He got the ball across the face of the goals, but a good covering tackle there. I think it was Adam Robertson. He was important.
So the clearance, again an important clearance. Kingussie have thrown all sorts of men forward. Here's Stephen Borthwick away up. He's tried a long one. And that wasn't far away. Stephen Borthwick it was, who came deep out of defence from about 30 yards, thought, well, I'm going to have a bash here. Nothing ventured, nothing win. And clinically punched up the line. That was very nearly won by Deek Cameron. John Wood made the interception. This is the Fort William modus vivendi. The whistle from someone goes, but the game goes on.
I think it's coming back for a free hit. Can you see Sonny Roger had his foot off the ground when he stopped that ball, and technically that's a foul.
Another chance for Kingussie. They've got to make one of these stick. Again, it's the short one. It's pushed through here. A spectacular shot from David Borthwick. That was spectacular. He had to jump, turn and drive. And all the Borthwicks having a shot.
Yep. Excellent bit of stick work here by David Borthwick. He's getting pushed in the back, but he whips it over somebody and just bang, but he just can't keep it down and on target.
Kingussie's Player of the Year. Stephen Borthwick's well nudged forward by John Wood for Victor Smith. And the running man free over on the other side. Ronnie McLeod's putting it through. There's a chance on here. Oh, there is a chance for Deek Cameron. He's driven it past. Well, we've been talking about the amount of room that was available at the back, and Deek Cameron clearly had a chance. Ronnie McLeod did the spade work out on the right. He knocked it into the middle. Look at the space. Look at the room. And the chance was there, and it went past. Clouds coming a little bit deeper, but there's a ball for Victor Smith down there. Look at the turn by Smith with the room. He's pushed it in there for Deek Cameron, who tried to negotiate it. The whistle goes. Bit of foot play against Michael Thane. So this is dangerous for William in this dangerous position. There's no doubt that a goal here would finish it. Victor Smith twisting, turning, thinking, pausing. Now it's through the middle. That's dangerous. Thane, Deek Cameron, can he get it in? Oh, another chance. Oh, he holds his head.
Yeah. Deek Cameron must be really worried here. That's two great chances he's had in the last minute and been clear both times, but just hasn't been able to put it in target. He'll not get any better chances like that.
Yes, they're urging their men on. Ian Ross is there, Rory Fraser's offering advice, the Tatty Shaw is up on his feet. And still the game's minutes remorselessly tick away as John Wood makes good. And Deek Cameron runs clear. That's run through. Victor Smith is the man, trying to make space. He's going to have a shooting position, he'll run in if he can. The defending is good, it's by Ali Borthwick who's fallen back. This is Ali Dallas, it's frantic end-to-end stuff. There's 5 minutes left. Ali Dallas goes on unopposed. Ali Dallas might well have a bang if he... Oh, that's a foul. That is surely a foul. Now that was a ridiculous challenge on Ali Dallas. It was Sonny Roger. It was out of order, number 16. Look at this challenge by Sonny Roger as Ali Dallas is coming right through. Well, I say. And the referee Jimmy Kerr's arbitrated very well this afternoon. On a frenetic contest, we're off and running again. And the Borthwick brothers are in there. Ronald Ross, 2 minutes left plus injury time. Stephen Borthwick right up there, number 3, defended until the last few minutes. Now he's been thrown forward. Ali Dallas setting up for David Anderson. Tremendous chance here for Kingussie. Oh, cleared off the line. We'll need to see that one. Oh, what a chance that was. What a tremendous chance that was for Kingussie. Oh, cleared off the line. David Thompson brings that down beautifully. David Thompson again knocks it through for Ali Dallas. Good play there by Sonny Roger. And a great clearance. Michael Clark as... Oh, that's another ridiculous charge from McLeod. Ronnie McLeod will certainly be booked for that. That was a charge in the back. Well, just look at this charge by Ron. He's coming all the way, look, bang. Well, he hasn't been booked, incredibly. Ali Dallas still trying to set up. He's hounded, though. As Deek Cameron way back in his own half, hits to Victor Smith. Ali Borthwick with them. That's been hit through for Wood. But Andrew Borthwick, look at this. Borthwick's out of his goal, good for him. He's having a go, Andrew Borthwick. Look at this is great stuff. The whistle has gone. The cannons are in the air. And Fort William have won the Glenmorangie Camanachd Cup for the first time.
Massive celebrations here from the Fort William, and rightly so. They've deserved their win today. They were the better team on the day, and they must be absolutely excited with winning the Camanachd Cup.
John McCaskill in the middle of your picture, hugged and kissed and embraced, and he's, as they say in old sport, over the moon. There's an old and venerable supporter for Fort William. The pitch is bedlam. What a wonderful afternoon for Fort William, and what a very, very quiet exit by Kingussie. They've gone down 1-0 in this 85th Glenmorangie Camanachd Cup final. Fort William have picked up the cup for the first time, and are they ever happy? There's Angus McIsaac being presented with the Caman, the special Caman for the losing captain in the Camanachd Cup final. And the deeply disappointed Kingussie side. Jimmy Gow, Michael Thane. Various Borthwick brothers. That was Stephen, this is Andrew. There's Ali. Well, that is quite a reception, isn't it? There's Drew McNeil, there's the scarf and the colours, and there is the Glenmorangie Camanachd Cup, handed over by Peter Cullen, the commercial director of Glenmorangie. So the scenes are jubilant, there's great happiness, and most people think that Fort William just about deserved their victory. They go into their centenary year next year as the holders of the Camanachd Cup. They all want their hands on it. There's the goal scorer, Deek Cameron.
John McCaskill, congratulations. How did you feel when that ball went into the back of the net with only about 10 seconds gone?
Absolutely jubilant. Absolutely jubilant. Just the kind of start that every team wants against Kingussie.
We had the comment earlier on from somebody that this was a typical Kingussie performance, but from Fort William. You said a little bit earlier on that you thought that Kingussie had set the standard and Fort William had now reached that standard as well. Does today bear that out?
Yes, I believe that. Our defence gets a lot of criticism. It's not due, because you saw it today. They're the kind of defence that close people down. They don't play attractive shinty in our defence, but they close them down. And I said this already, Craig, we've got the best defensive record in shinty. And Kingussie found that out today. They couldn't score against us. And they were pushing us at the end of the day.
It's amazing jubilation here, John. What does it mean to Fort William?
Honestly, I can't put into words what it means to the Fort. Fort William deserves the top prize because we compete in the game of shinty at the very top level, and they deserve what they've got today, and I'm glad that I've been part of it. It's been a privilege to be part of that.
Derek Cameron, congratulations, the goal that won the game for Fort William. Did you believe that that ball was in the net when you saw it?
Well, I was praying all week that would happen, and it eventually happened. I'm really glad. It happened that quick. I don't remember much about it. Ali Clark won the centre, and Deek Sutherland hit it down the wing, and the next thing I knew it was in the back of the net.
Well, what a wonderful way for the shinty season to end. A tough, exciting match full of tension, and Fort William picking up that Camanachd Cup for the first time in their 99-year history. I hope you've been enjoying our shinty coverage here on BBC Scotland. We'll be back next year, which is the Camanachd Association's centenary year, and I hope you'll join us then. But from here at Old Anniesland, where they're still celebrating, goodbye.